Riga Brain, and he is a specialist of one of the international methodologies, and he is deeply engaged in how positive thinking can change all your life. Yeah, so it's clear that Petris will not run away. He doesn't need any assistance, as he has said. So hello everybody, all those who are watching on internet, hello. My name is Petris, and indeed I'm jumping on one leg today, and I will be jumping on one leg for another couple of weeks. I'm a supporter of healthy lifestyle, and unfortunately I tripped as I was on my running course, and then I broke my leg, or sprained my ankle rather. So today I'm going to talk about the impact of healthy lifestyle on our brain potential. On daily basis, though, I'm working with professional sportsmen, professional musicians, children, with finances and grandmothers. And my daily work is related really to the brain potential and how this brain potential could be promoted. And in this conference I would like to focus on the impact of the environment on our brain potential. And let's see how this works. Well, healthy lifestyle. More or less we know what we mean by healthy lifestyle. So let me not stop on that, let me not waste time on that. But let me say one thing. Healthy lifestyle is first and foremost positive attitude towards yourself. And another tool that we use on daily basis is brain. Indeed, brain can be considered an instrument or tool that we need to take care of, or maintain, in other words. If we, for example, have a knife, if the knife is not sharp, it is very difficult to cut something. However, if we sharpen the knife, we can cut the bread very nicely. And the care about this tool, or the maintenance of this tool, in other words, brain, is the so-called brain hygiene, or mental hygiene, we could say. We know very well what is healthy lifestyle. And mental hygiene is very close to that. Mental hygiene includes us caring about this tool, or brain in other words, and how can we take care about that? Healthy nutrition, physical activity, social contacts or networking, and good sleep. And another important way is to stop or to relax. Because another interesting thing is that we think that we'll sleep and everything is going to be okay, but during the sleep we don't really rest, or our brain does not rest. So it is important for us to stop and relax for a couple of seconds even. We say stop, and we take a couple of deep breaths, and we try to understand how the toe of my right leg feels. So how is it located against my body? What does it say? And what kind of signals does my brain receive? So this is a small moment when we sort of stop our instrument or our movement, and we allow for it to defragment, so to say. We could compare it to driving a car, which would never stop. You know, we could go far, but we could go even further if we would maintain the car.
And when we talk about our potential, of course, we should take into consideration the environment, the lifestyle, the brain, and their activity, and this is all that contributes to our potential. The environment is something that we live in, but when we look at the actual brain activity, because apart from the environment and our brain, if we don't have certain actions or activities, we cannot go any further. And when we talk about our brain potential, of course, it provides us with unlimited possibilities. And usually people say that to what extent do we use our brain? And different numbers we have heard. But Of course, we use our brain in the amount of 100%. It's not like we use only 5 or 10%. However, when we talk about our potential, then of course we use only up to 3 to 5%. Therefore, there is still a great room for improvement. And I have studied for a certain time in the USA, where we conducted studies in order to determine who are the ones who have the highest potential and those who are the ones who have the lowest. And it's closely interlinked with the quality of the brain functioning. So who do you think would be the ones who have the greatest potential? And vice versa, those who have the lowest potential. Actually, the greatest potential have those who have meditated since the day they are born, those who have dedicated approximately 40 years to meditation, so that they can switch on and off certain zones of their brains, so that they can maintain activity while at the same time being very relaxed. While those who have the lowest potential are the prisoners, those who have killed, or those who have violated the law. So, of course, there are certain differences between the brain activity in different brain areas, and this difference may account for 20 to 50% between different types of people. But when we talk about the prisoners, the differences in their brain areas were reached more than 100, 200 or even 1000%. So all the studied prisoners, if we observed their brain acting more similar to the healthy average brain, if we ask them, why did you violate the law, they say, oh, this is how life treats me and this is how I treat everyone else. While others say that, I don't know, it wasn't me who did this horrible crime. And actually also their values, their attitudes are changing. And as we go further, I always love to say that everything is possible as soon as you move on, which means that we have to be on the move. And then the question may arise, why are we here and not somewhere else, somewhere where we want to be, because we also have certain needs and objectives and targets. And my another favorite question is, who is in charge? Is it the brain or is it we ourselves? So who is in charge? How do you think? Are we in charge of our brain, or brains are in charge of us? So the most interesting thing is that actually our brain is in charge, and it dictates how we act. And if we look at different studies, then around 90% of our movements, of our thoughts, actually the process of thinking and what decisions we make, then we can compare these processes with the green lifestyle. It's actually an automated process that is based on the specifics of our brain activity. And people may be aware of what are their problems, what are their obstacles, and they know what is the origin of these problems, and they try to get rid of such problems. But what they say is, I make the same mistakes all the time. This is this principle of automated processes. And as I mentioned before about the prisoners, they rely on their automated processes. And as soon as this automated processes is changed, also their decision-making changes. And the way we make our daily decisions are perceived by us by the best way. However, we may be 100, even though we are 100% sure about what we do, but reality sometimes proves us